Oh, there we go. Back to Oni. Let's let the game tick for a little bit. You good? What's the general idea of Oxygen Not Included? It's... Hold on, let me turn the music down a little bit. A little loud to my ears, anyway. So, Oxygen Not Included is like a colony sim. So, you start out with a few, like 3 duplicates. So they're your effectively like colonists. And you start off with in a barren map. And it's kind of like a survival, mining out space, building up a colony, you know, taking care of essential resources like oxygen and water and food, and you know, you try to keep, well, maybe you try to keep your dupes happy, because they need to be happy in order for them to have higher level skills, and then it kind of progresses from there. So I'm just still trying to take in where we left off. It's the downside of only playing a game once a week, is that it takes a little bit to just like come back into where things were at. So let's see, if we look at the materials overlay, we can look at just the gases, and so we can see. So this room is kind of and supposed to be an industrial room where we're gonna have a bunch of machinery. It's going to be producing a lot of heat that we then use to run these steam turbines. But in order for this to work, we need to have only steam in this room. And so we've been pumping out the other gases. Looks like we are almost there. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember. Because the stream last Friday went really long because I was trying to finish up this, pumping this, which is having some problems because this plumbing, this ventilation, gas pipe stuff does not like having steam run through it if it's not hot enough to not condense back into water. So it's taking a little bit of damage, but hopefully it'll make it until that's done. And let's see, the other project that was going on last time was vacuuming out this room. And we're down to like 22 milligrams, so very low density in this room. So there's a couple of gases in here, polluted oxygen and natural gas, from just stuff that was in the environment. So this is kind of a room like the other room, just with some other features. So in Oxygen Not Included maps, there are different kinds of natural, randomly generated features on the maps, like cool steam vents that emit steam, or here's a cool slush vent that emits polluted water. That's cold. Here's a iron volcano that produces, just injects iron into the world. So that's kind of how you get renewable resources once you've mined kind of what's available in the map. And so, you know, I'm fairly new to the game. Kind of been learning how to actually put all this stuff into practice as I go. So like here's our oxygen generation setup, where we're using electrolyzers to break down water into oxygen and hydrogen. And then we're storing the hydrogen, storing the oxygen. We're also sending the oxygen over to the colony. If we use the ventilation overlay, you can see oxygen being sent over to the colony. It comes in quite hot, and so we have a cooling room in here. There are these weedwort plants that suck heat. There's other ways of destroying heat, but this is kind of convenient for this. And then we get like a kitchen setup and individual bedrooms for the dupes, and we have a great hall. So we have a great hall here that gives a morale bonus. And in fact, one of the key things in Oni is, at least from my point of view, is to have these different special rooms that give morale bonuses, so that you keep the dupes happy. So yeah, hopefully that's a general idea, maybe more than a general idea, of what's going on. And then we have the other, so we have 2 other things. We have this colony over here, this planetoid that we are working on. And all right, so we are working on getting the gas pipe, so the oxygen that we're pumping on the other colony is coming to this colony via this teleporter. So we're waiting for the materials for this pipe. Yeah, okay. Where are the dupes here? Ah, they're both in the laboratories. Okay. So quite a mess around. Do we want to... What do the puffed princes drop? Slime if they consume polluted oxygen. I guess that's not that big of a deal. I'll leave them around for now. I do want to improve the living situation on this planetoid. I've been kind of ignoring it. One thing I'm curious about, though, is I heard something about there potentially being problems with the Pacu farm. The way this is set up since the last update. But I guess I'll have to... Maybe I'll just wait and see what happens with that. Right now we have 171,000 kilocalories on this planetoid. A lot of that is bog jelly and other things that we have produced prior to having the Pacu farm set up. Okay. And then we have the rocket that is being worked on. I would like to get this done today. I think we're waiting on some things being built. We want to launch this telescope, and we're going to assign a dupe that can use the telescope to do some scanning out in the star map. Find some other things, figure out what these things are out here. I don't really know. But I think we can go ahead and unpause. I don't remember there being anything that was like critical to attend to from the end of the last stream, although I remember being pretty tired at the end of it. And autosave right off the bat. Okay, there we go. So I think I will keep this material overlay up for a little bit. Keep an eye on this. So we're hopefully going to get rid of all of the gas, except for the steam, out of this room. And then the thermal aqua tuner will be able to start again. We need steam here, both for the steam turbines and the thermal aqua tuner to work properly. Critter starvation we're ignoring. We have starvation ranches that I think maybe will still work. And right, it's coming back to me now. So we are going to vacuum out this whole room, including this bit of room here, because it's not sealed. And then I think there's two things to do. One is to put some petroleum here to then seal the vacuum that we'll create here. So this will be a vacuum chamber. It's kind of double isolation for our hot industrial brick. And then we can pop open the cool steam vent and get the little bit of polluted oxygen out, hopefully. How's that gonna work? Might be interesting. Hopefully we can get that out. We will see. But otherwise, I think things are fairly stable. We have some idle dupes. I just have nothing to do. Oh, I see. I was used to having the idle dupe information over here, but it looks like it's now part of the diagnostics. So if we want to see the number of idle dupes, we have to look at this number here, not over here anymore. Okay. So we should see a few things happen. One should be all of this gas leaving eventually. Two will be the water and polluted water here boiling off. So I see there is a bottle of water here. Clicking the tile. Yeah, I think so. So lesson from last time, it's really important to not to leave any bottles of polluted water in the space that we're trying to keep one gas, because they will off gas polluted oxygen, just like if they were freestanding like this one. Seems fortunate right now that the polluted water that we do have is covered by water, so that's why none of it is off-gassing. What we really need to have happen is we have polluted water up here too, is for all this polluted water to evaporate into steam. And then get rid of all the excess polluted oxygen that's in this room. It would have been a lot easier to just not have polluted oxygen or polluted water, and just fully vacuum this out before introducing water. But it seemed like a good idea at the time, right? Oh, we'll add some polluted water, and it will evaporate into steam, and we'll convert it into water effectively that way. And it will be hotter to start with, etc. But it seemed to have caused a lot of problems for us. I think what I might do is make some tiles here to try to isolate this so that we're not getting a bunch of steam from below, but we're pulling the gas from the side. Because pulling in that steam to have it then cool in the pipes and condense damages the pipes. And we're running at full speed, so that's good. How about down here? So these are our projects right now. So there's essentially 3 projects in frame. There we go. 3 projects in play, right? So there's this hot industrial brick, this one here, and then the rocket. Now, is there any progress being made on the rocket? Yeah, that looks good. We even have power. We don't need power for the refrigerator. We are almost getting oxygen into this. Looks like we need a little bit more material for that gas pipe. And then the liquid pipe. This looks all like, oh yeah, it's even, yeah, so that looks good. So we have a wall toilet, which once we have a pipe, we'll actually have water going into it. This, of course, is only going to really work. Like, it's pretty limited, this rocket. We have a few sections. We have the nose cone, which you have to have a nose cone. We have a battery module. We have a spacefarer module, which is the thing we were seeing inside. And we have a carbon dioxide engine. So this is a very basic rocket, just to be able to do some telescoping. I guess the other thing I can do... Wait, let's look at the star map. Would it be... See, what is the range? Oh, I'm sorry. But I would prefer that you not advertise here. Alright. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was trying to figure out, I think... So there's definitely a range on the telescope, and it seems like it's... Like, we had a telescope at one point on the surface of Alcini, and there's a range. 1, 2, 3, maybe? So, if I look from here, 1, 2, 3, potentially we might be able to uncover what this is if we put a telescope on our second colony. Let's check in on this. How is this doing? Oh, we're pumping oxygen, it looks like. Let's look at ventilation overlay. There we go. So if we look at breathability, or the oxygen overlay, we got some nice oxygen here. We can see in the gas overlay. So yeah, we have oxygen here, and we have lots of polluted oxygen, because that's what you kind of get started off on with this kind of... I don't know the actual name of this kind of planetoid, but the swamp. This, you can see that in the star map, right? If I click it, largest partially frozen world with a radioactive core, radioactive swamp asteroid. Okay. Hence why there's all this uranium ore and beta hives and stuff that I'm not really prepared to deal with yet still, but someday. Alright. Oh, our mess table is broken. Let's fix that. What was gonna... Oh yeah, so we are pumping oxygen in, which is good. Alright. I could make a telescope. I guess the question is, I don't really have dupes here that have the right skills, I think. Although they have a lot of skill points. Oh. Okay, we could give Pei astronomy. It's a little risky. Stinky's morale is much higher for some reason. Interesting. Okay, so we could make a telescope here. Let's think about how we'd want to do that. There's a fairly clear path. Is this Jeremy? It is. I could potentially go up here and then go to the side and up. That is clean water. Let's imagine doing that. So let's go back to the germ overlay. Makes it kind of easiest to see what's going on. And we'll come down here. I'll just make a straight shot. There we go. And then now we have a path to the surface. We're gonna let some water in, but I don't think that's not the worst thing. We have some space over here to accept some water, and we can potentially add a tile here maybe, and then a tile here to hopefully keep water from why can't It's obstructed by a back wall. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I can't build tiles there. But let me... Okay, no, it says build... Must be built in unoccupied space, but it's in red. This... Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'll build a tile there anyway. Okay, so eventually they'll dig up to the surface. They'll let some water in, but that's fine. And then we can look at doing, making a telescope. Is that under rocketry? Apparently that's valid. Damage overheating. Built and broken. We should also build some tile. Under there. And we're going to want some more ladder. To, be able to clear some stuff out and probably put some bunker doors above this. But that can be, when we get there. Oh yeah, rocketry wise, how is this rocket doing? Did we get the plumbing in? Did I make the same mistake and... No, this looks like it's an output port. And it's output ports, right? That... Yeah. Okay. Are we not pumping... Oh, we might not be pumping in yet. Let's make sure not to be paused. Oh yeah, we're still running this pipe. Okay. Okie dokie. We built some of it, just not all of it. Damage overheated. Okay, that's fine. And good, no dupes have the permission to enter this room, so that's fine. That'll break down eventually, and we'll fix it then. This was built with the wrong kind of material, so it's going to break down eventually. But it's fine. Until then, how's this going? Looks like we still have gas in there. We're down to... Alright, so before it was mg, milligrams, now it's micrograms. Well, thousands of micrograms, but still, micrograms. Lots of grams of oxygen over here. Okay, and then how about up here? So we have, okay, so we built this. So we should be seeing kind of the gas going more horizontally. We are still getting some steam. There's a path, it might be smart to just build more tile there. This tile here is airflow tile, so theoretically gas could flow through it like the steam could, but there's polluted water in the way, so that should kind of impede that. Steve has earned a skill point. Steve, I think, was our newest dude, who was going to be our rocket pilot. So we'll continue working towards that, right? Because Steve was the starry-eyed pilot. Someone interested in like the rocket piloting skill, and also had the starry-eyed trait, if I remember right. Where is Steve? Bottom of the list. Using printing pod. Yep, doing that upgrade. Can we see... It's bio, isn't it? Personal interest, rocketry, operating tech rating. Traits are starry-eyed. Loves being in space. So there's a morale bonus for being in space. So that's why... Oh, and now we're flooded. Okay, that's not good. We can build the final replacement natural gas generator, though. Right, because we've been replacing these because I built them out of something other than steel, and to be in this room, basically everything needs to be made out of steel to survive temperatures. Oh, we have new principles available. What do we got? Gastrophobia. Cannot do cooking errands. Do we... Alright, I don't think I have any extra bedrooms for dupes. And these are not amazing stats. I don't want to plug slug. I'll take more shine nymphs, I guess. Seems fine. We have 14 idle dupes. Okay. Right, because we have some limitations. Why are these not being repaired? Awaiting copper. And we have no copper. Okay, that would be why. Did I... Right, I tore down the previous metal refinery that was in here because it was not made out of... not steel, because it can't be made out of steel, but ceramic? Let's check that out. So that's under... Refinement. Yes, refinement. Metal refinery. So... I feel like this should be there. And I should pay attention to what material it's going to be made out of. It's something I've not gotten used to paying a lot of attention to. So if you use ceramic, it has a plus 360 degree Fahrenheit overheat temperature, which is real good. It's as good as it's going to get, and we have enough material. It needs 800, we have 900. Because we did have the kiln producing ceramics. That's right. So temperature in this room, what we're looking for is something that's like 120 C, since the boiling point of polluted water is like 120 C, 114, something like that. Where we're not quite there. So things that are contributing heat right now are really just the natural gas generators, since we don't have the thermal aqua tuner running, which we can't because it's not submerged in steam, because we're still getting rid of this gas. And really, we're not going to have a stable system here until we can get rid of the the polluted water that's in here. Are we dumping polluted? What are we dumping in here right now? Okay, this is clean water, right? Okay. Do I want to keep doing that? How hot? It's 91 C. Temperature here is less than that. 93. I think... I don't know. I don't know that the adding more water here is going to help. And I'm also thinking that since we can't have the aqua tuner running anyway, I might remove some of these airflow tiles to essentially let this water out. I don't know why that took 3 clicks to do, but there we go. Now this did flood that, but on the whole, I'm hoping this is going to improve the situation. Yeah, this gas pump. I wonder if I disable auto repair, will it stop warning me about it? No. Is it really that hot in there? I mean, it's hot. Not that hot. You know, I might do 2 things here. Let's, I don't suppose I can, let's see, steel, plan over this. I wish I could. That would be nice. Let's do this. Let's deconstruct this and sweep this, and I'm gonna grant dupes the permission to go into that room to to get that stuff out. It is potentially going to add some additional gases in there. That won't be great, but it should be fun. Yeah, we're not doing any research right now because we don't have a source. Here's one data bank, but that's, I think, one of the few remaining ones in the world. We need to make more, which is why we're working on the rocket. And how's that going? Still no water in here. How is our piping doing? Still working on it. Okay. Some has happened, just not everything. What are you doing in there? Was there stuff left to do in there? Oh no, you're sleeping in there because I assigned Catalina to this bed so we make room for Steve. Okay, great. Alright. Yeah, so Rocket and the two hot industrial bricks are kind of the thing that I'm focused on. I want to see these through. I'm tired of them being not working. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so we're not even getting any gas over there anymore. But it seems like the horizontal tiles here are helping in a way. Food has decayed. Pickled meal, okay. I think that might have been from the previous rocket launch, kind of our first test launch. Yeah, so if we look at the liquid view. So we have a little bit of polluted water here, a few grams, but it can definitely off gas and produce some more. Also some petroleum there that I'll eventually want to clean up. Okay. Eventually these little dots of polluted oxygen will find their way up. Rise to the top. And then here, less than 1,000, down to 400 micrograms. 300, 600. Quite a lot, you know, many grams over here because we're not really doing anything with this oxygen yet. Like this tile polluted oxygen has to be like pulled away to let the oxygen out. That'll be a minute. And then we also have our little mechanized airlock set up with the buffer and a timer sensor to destroy gas to kind of help this along. Neat thing about this, thanks to Brainless Society from the last stream who guided me through making this. This doesn't take any power to operate. We just need to supply the materials to make it, and that's destroying gas for us. All of this stuff is still here doing its thing. We get some iron ore here. I think I'll get those things swept up. Why red? Oh, who's this? Marie is quite happy. Also hungry. I feel like the water level keeps decreasing. What are we doing with this water again? So overflow gets used to supply up here. And then we're supplying... What's going on here? Is this... Okay, some water's going here to supply the sinks and the electrolyzers. Some water is going down here to drip out. Okay, so that's where some water was going. Okay, I think I understand. So hopefully now that we're not pouring a bunch of water in here to make steam, we won't be using so much of this water. Because the main use, besides like hand washing in some of our side places here, the main use of water is the electrolyzers and the agriculture. Yeah. We're not using it for the bathrooms because we have a kind of a contained loop, a closed loop. That's the phrase. Closed loop system for the sinks and laboratories. Still have a lot of idle dupes. I think part of the constraint is these damaged atmosuit ducts. And we're waiting copper. And you know what I never did after I had this going? Let's see. So we need coolant. We could have coolant if we had liquid. I see. Right. Okay, so this could work. So we're going to take this polluted water and we can run it through this reservoir, and it's going to supply... Wait, I'm confused. Okay, what is this going to do? Okay, that makes sense. But this liquid pipe, or the liquid bridge, does not make sense. Right, because this is the output of it. I mean, maybe if something was going somewhere else. Okay, but I'm gonna deconstruct this because that doesn't do anything for us. I'm gonna also disconnect kind of the side here because that's not involved. We're not involving this loop or anything yet. Yeah. Right, so the warm polluted water is going to go in here, and then the hotter polluted water is going to go in this reservoir, and then it should go somewhere else, but we don't really have anywhere for it to go right now. So I'm just gonna we'll be able to do a little bit of work. You know what I should do? Since we're waiting for this, let's make one copper. I think that'll eventually work. And then we can also, I think I still have a metal refinery down here. This will be fine. Let's make some copper here. This is this one is cooled by water from our cool slush geyser over here. So we pump the water over there, run it through the metal refinery, and then the hotter water comes back and mixes. All right, project check-in. So we are at less than 300 micrograms of polluted oxygen up here. Saw 135 go through there. 100 and something. Right here, we're right about at 100 mic. Oh, it went up and then down. It oscillates. And then up here, what happens? Where? I am confused. What happened? So the natural gas generators do emit carbon dioxide, but they put them into a pipe. I haven't done the same thing again and let the gas out. No? Okay. Interesting. Was there just a little pocket of carbon dioxide and it just filled the room? Or where did the carbon dioxide come from? Can the kiln emit carbon dioxide? effects, heat, auto inputs, decor. Okay, none of these have carbon dioxide as a byproduct. What about the metal refinery? We haven't even run yet. I am confused. Okay, well, we're pumping the carbon dioxide out now. I don't know where it came from. It's a little concerning. Like, all of the dupes are in suits, so they're not like breathing out carbon dioxide when they're in here, hopefully. But I'm not sure. Well, this will be a minute. And we seem to have lost all of our steam. Huh. Could we have had... Oh. Do other creatures breathe out carbon dioxide as well? Could a Draco have walked in? Do they breathe out carbon dioxide? I mean, I know dupes do. Would that even be listed? Honestly, don't know. Or do we have some material that off-gassed? Huh. I don't know. I do know that I think what I'll do is I'm going to put a door here to be able to control access. Seems like a good idea in general. Why not? So we did make some copper at this metal refinery, since it says no queues, no fabrications queue. Okay, so let's check in on the rocket. Otto's in here hanging out for some reason. Can we... Okay, that suggests that we have not hooked up the plumbing on the outside yet. Scroll over here. Some piping done. Where are we missing? Okay, so just here. And then I think we just need to connect that. It's not going to start pumping, though, until this part is built. And then we should have water coming up and entering into the Spacefarer module, which will be great. Okay, so rocket, and then not a huge amount of idleness at the moment. So with the copper, does that mean that we are working on repairing the atmosphere? Oh, they're fixed. Awesome. Somewhat fixed. I mean, it still says awaiting repair delivery, but we don't have the brokenness anymore. So they're at least somewhat repaired. However that works. Is there like a hit point number? Awaiting repair. Errands. Don't know. I was confused for a second because I saw that number go down, but I think we should see there are 2 dupes in here. Okay. So there's 2 dupes here, there's 2 dupes on Smirailos, and there's 20 on Alcini. Okay, and now we have a telescope. We have reduced visibility. Let's do some mining. Let's also, I don't know if we're going to have the materials, but I'll queue up the blast doors. Let's see, is that 1? Bunker door, I mean? Yeah, we need steel. Okay, we can't even place that because we don't have steel. We can have some steel shipped here though. That is a thing that can be done. In the meantime, I can send up some power. Oh, that was weird. Cancel. Just trying to hold shift. It's not working the way I would have expected. That's fine. Some mud there. That'll get cleared out when we put that wire in. Alright. So this will continue, and hopefully we won't have a meteor shower. I guess I should figure out how to get some steel over there, huh? We have steel, right? We got 2,800 kilograms. We need 500 per bunker door. So we need to get some steel to this conveyor loader. I should probably just search for it. So if we sweep steel, it goes here, theoretically. Now, hey, there's some steel. Go ahead and, you know, let's move this to here. Could I have actually, if I click move to, can I, oh, I could just put it right there. I don't think that would cause it to get loaded, but I'm curious what that actually does. So let's try that. So if I click the steel, and then I click move to, and then right here on top of the conveyor loader, it's not going to put the steel on the conveyor loader, I don't think. We'll still have to tell them to sweep, and hopefully they'll sweep it into there, but how much steel was that? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, enough steel. The other colony will have some steel for other projects. Let's see. Piloting digging, but can't do agriculture. Cannot do decorating errands. If we had another planetoid, it might be good for some colonists for a new planetoid. But I'll just take the bristleberry. There we go. It's a lot of stuff just hanging out. Can we? It's a lot of mess. There. Now the dupes have something to do. Hypothermia? Oh yeah, it's cold out there. We should have like an atmosuit dock or something. I bet we could do that at this point. So let's get that on the go. Yeah. Let's imagine I knew where to find that in the list of things. Search all buildings. Atmo suit checkpoint. Let's say we put it right here. And we'll just have a single Atmo suit dock. And we'll build some tile. There we go. And we'll lock this in. Like that. And we'll even do that. Seems fine. I guess we have effectively we just dug a hole to space, so I'm guessing we're just bleeding out all this hydrogen out. Okay, we should probably do something about that. Something. Something. Let's take that and remove this ladder. There we go. And let's prioritize those things. And that. put a manual airlock here. Great. Someone's trapped? Who's trapped? Where? Trapped. You look very happy for being trapped. Oh yeah! This was the other project that I kicked off that I forgot all about, which was digging out more space to expand the colony upwards. I forgot all about that. Okay, so, priority 9. These ladders. Actually, not these ladders, because those are at least... there's blocks there to walk over, but if someone could build these, then Amari here could escape. Hopefully someone still has... Okay. Someone make this. Right now. Do it. Okay, can you... Okay. Look. Okay. Cool. Now, you go here and dig. No, 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 no. Okay, cool. Why do you insist on doing things that are going to result in your harm? Dig these. Do it. You know you want to do it. Ah. And now, unreachable. Just do it. But no, you insist on working on that. Someone build these right now. I know you have sandstone. It's what you've been using. Is there a different material? Igneous. Okay, cool. Ladder. Igneous. Do it. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Why won't you just do what I want you to do? It's because I've told them other things. Like they have certain schedules or that they have certain priorities or skills. I'm sure it's my fault. Like Otto here probably cannot construct. Let's find Otto. You can construct. So Otto, why aren't you building this? Now, you're gonna dig. Okay, why are you gonna dig? Why are you gonna dig when you could be working on this? Yeah, right? Real fun. I don't get it. It's top priority. Mari just is not able to go anywhere. Here's what we do. I'm gonna force the issue. Great. Yeah. You have a path now? Nope. Okay, how bad is it gonna be? Yeah, I'm already made a mess. Great, now unequip the suit. That's gonna spill the mess. Yeah. And then Atmo suit gets assigned to Amari. Yeah, I know, the Arrival is a really good movie. Alright. Great. Now, it's a big mess to clean up here, but it's not the end of the world. And eventually, dupes will come and build these ladders so that this area is navigable. I really should just plan on putting ladders up here too. And across. There we go. One, I completely forgot this project was happening. And two, I definitely did not plan it in a way that was the safest for not trapping dupes in awkward spots. So, whoopsie. Anyway, we can unpause now. And check in on other projects. How's this looking? Okay, we got steam again. And we are pumping out carbon dioxide. And the polluted water here is getting hotter, which is good. I would like to see the massive polluted water decrease. Someday. Let's check in on another project. We are still pumping here. We're down to 38 micrograms, 34 micrograms, 32, 48. Getting real close, real close. Did we ever get the data bank? We did get the data bank. Let's make a new pump for over here. Out of steel this time. Gas pump. Steel. Right there. And we got a little bit of carbon dioxide in here, but it's not the end of the world, I think. Is that going to cause us problems if we get a little bit of carbon dioxide in the infinite natural gas storage over yonder? I don't know. Carbon dioxide should be less dense than natural gas, so it should float to the top along with polluted oxygen. We're going to lose another tile, or maybe... Well, we'll see what happens, but I think it should be fine. How is the heat looking in here? 106, 101, 99, 102, 98, 100, 95, 102, 106. So there's some variation, but I'm hoping that we can boil off all of the liquid. All right, so we are into the next cycle. So let's check on the situation over here. Amari is a real pain. Why don't you just dig that out? I see, you can get there. Interesting. So, what I'm really hearing... Oh, Amari might not have a high enough digging skill for some of this. Amari has no digging skill. Has no morale, so it's going to be really upset. But could you please dig that? Alright, cool. Now you unequip that suit and move to here. You're gonna be really upset from all the things, but I don't care as long as you're inside. So you have, you're done with this experience, Amari. All right, great, sorted. What a pain. What was that sound? I don't know. Critter starvation. I don't know. I heard a sound, but I didn't recognize it. How is this doing? How are we doing with the rocket? Do we have water? We have water. Alright. Awesome. Does that mean we have everything we need to launch a very... Well, not... The rocket we launched last stream, or the stream before, I think it was last stream, was very bare bones. This one's slightly better. We're not really taking any actual oxygen with us, other than what's in the cabin. And we're only bringing the water that's loaded in the pipes. The refrigerator should have some food in it. We should have some berry sludge. Priority 8. So once that gets loaded, I think we should be good to launch once we open the doors. Can we dig this out? Yeah. Make that happen as well. Let's check in on Smirlos. So Smirlos is awaiting iron. I don't think we have iron. Pay, what's going on with you? You look like you are... Okay, you're coming in. That's good. I was afraid that Pay was stuck. So let's change what the Atmos suit dock is made out of. Atmo. Checkpoint. We should make this out of... Well, we have iron here, so I guess we are making it out of iron. And then the dock. Okay. Okay. Alright, so some stuff did get flooded, but it looks like we didn't flood this area here. Didn't I make an infinite storage here? I did. Alright, so we should sweep all this up, huh? Just sweep it all up. No power wire connected. Okay, so we're still working on getting that wire put in. I'm sure we'll eventually get it. Some hypothermia, because you're standing on that ladder right underneath the cold water from space. Good job. Well, I would say mop it, but I guess it's going to continue, isn't it? You know what we should do? Let's build a tile there. Great. Yeah. We should make another Atmos suit and send it here, I think. I think that will make sense. Let's get that going really quick. What about battery? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Atmos suits. Exosuit forge. Atmos suit iron. Let's make a couple. Maybe like 3. Got lots of iron. Infinite iron from our iron volcano. How is breathability here? Carbon dioxide's kind of building up again. We might want to run another pump from here at some point, but we'll come back to that. Right. So, I think I need to check in on wherever the teleporter is. There it is. So there's this deal. We should sweep that. Should get swept into the conveyor loader. Let's also tell the conveyor loader that we want Atmo suits to be swept. Yeah. So hopefully we're going to see Otto come over here. Nope, never mind. Somebody will come over here and sweep this into the conveyor loader. There we go. And we don't need to sweep the rest, so that's good. In fact, I'll wait for this to finish, and then I'll turn off steel. Oh, never mind. We probably don't need more than 1,000 kilograms. Transport it over. Cool. It's, you know, I'm gonna leave that there. Actually, it's cooling down out here, so I'm gonna leave it there until we need it. No rush. How is our rocket? Okay, no one has gone up to break up the regolith that's accumulated, but we can do the interior. We were waiting for food to get stored. It hasn't been. Alright, so more waiting. Let's see, what else? How are we doing over here? So I'm gonna look kind of in this far corner, because what I'm thinking is that the amount of carbon dioxide is going down and it's not increasing, but it's hard to judge that if you're kind of looking in the middle, because it's gonna fluctuate up and down as kind of the pressure propagates through the room. But it seems like we are making progress on the carbon dioxide. I think it was like 15 grams or something on a tile that I looked at before. So hopefully we will get rid of all the carbon dioxide. It feels like maybe a lot of steam has condensed back into water. I don't know exactly what's happening over here. Okay, and our other project is a vacuum, except for this part. Okay, so why? So we have a little bit of polluted oxygen up here, and we're not getting it out. And I'm not really happy about that. What can we do about that? I guess I could do... I mean, I could set the setup again over here, but I'll just make a pump. It's easy enough to do. Make another pump. Set up another gas pipe. There we go. This area here is going to be for our steam turbines. Once we get there. I'll leave this for a little bit longer. We still need to get rid of that last little bit of polluted oxygen that's here. Is this a good time to do that? I think once we get this other pump going, and we get kind of this done, and I get the petroleum here, then we can open the tile. Yeah. Alright, how's this looking? It looks like the steam expanded again. So we have some pockets. Oh, interesting. So before we had like a 9-gram pocket of carbon dioxide. So now we have like a 37-gram. So it looks like there's little pockets with more denser carbon dioxide down here. I don't know how. I mean, the steam is pretty dense too. I don't really get what's going on here. But hopefully eventually we will get the carbon dioxide out. get rid of some ladders we don't need. I don't understand why the, I mean, granted, if the carbon dioxide... I would think the carbon dioxide would rise, but it doesn't seem to want to. Well, let some gas through here again so we can use both pumps. And let's check in over here. Okay, so we have to construct one more section of pipe in order for this other pump to work. Aha! So we broke through. I guess if eventually removing the ladder did apparently somehow let the gas out of this chamber. So this is working again, and so is this. We're now working on the little pocket of gas that was up in here. I mean, I've definitely heard people say, and I feel like maybe I've observed it before, that ladders kind of obstruct the flow of gas. Like when you're designing a vertical passageway, like in your base, you make it multiple blocks wide so there's a gap for airflow. So I guess I should have known that I didn't want to have ladders there, but... Attribute increases. Who's this? Ruby? Okay. Sopping wet somehow. Shouldn't be in a... Why is there a mop instruction there? Okay, never mind. Got it. Alright, so there's some fluid that's spilled down that used to be up there. And that's what was originally supposed to be mopped. Alright, so this is going to be our base expansion. So we're going to make more bedrooms and more bathrooms for more dupes. Why not? The more the merrier. What's the cave? Barbecue. Aww. Oh, in here. Yeah, I think our refrigerator... So the refrigerator is set to hold up to 10 kilograms. Because we want to keep most of our food here in this tile, because this metal tile is negative 82°C. So everything here is deep freeze, and so won't rot, will stay fresh. So, a thing I see here that I want to do. Okay, this auto sweeper. How's that? Okay, I think I will end up needing a third auto sweeper, unfortunately, because I need a place to have the berry sludge go, specifically, so that it can be taken to the rocket. Okay. Here's some more stuff to sweep. Sweep all that, please. Sweep that. Don't bother sweeping that. We got a new principal. What do we got? Shovel legs. Lots of food. Um, 11, 14 stat, but decreased decor. 12, but -3. 12, 15, but -6. I'll take the shovel legs. Again, I'm not really ready for dupes anyway. But I like to just double check that there's not something, you know, I don't know kind of what the actual maximum is on those sorts of things. I just reminded myself of something, which is we were making Atmo suits. Let's see all. Atmo suit. Okay. Where are they at? Okay, there's one here. Durability 42%. So let's go ahead and move that over here. I just need to remember to sweep it. So we're sending an Atmo suit over to our other colony. There we go. Go ahead and sweep that. That will eventually happen. Let's check in over at Smeros. Much work to be done. But we did still not construct the wire for the telescope. So someday we will have this. Let's make another tile here to kind of block some of that water. That'd be nice. Okay. Just keep on mopping. How is breathability? Should be a lot better since we're sending a bunch of oxygen over here. My concern though is that we're, well, we did put the manual airlock here to kind of contain the gases in, so at least there's that. Do we have, so first of all, let's see here. Let's track that. Let's also track steel and plastic, which we have none. I should ship some plastic over here so we can start working on some improved bedrooms for our exiles. Okay, so if I was plastic, there's some here. Let's go ahead and sweep that. And then hopefully if I set the sweep target, if I set the transporter conveyor loader as accepting plastic, and since it's high priority, plastic will go over here, maybe? We'll see, we'll see. The Atmo suit should have been delivered to the output, which is down here. There it is. Alright, someday the Atmo suit dock will get built. We have an autosave. There we go. Alright. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to take out this plug slug. I don't want it deleting any of our, eating any of our cobalt ore that's laying around that we haven't put away yet. Probably the same for this one. Okay, checking in on the rocket. How is the rocket? Still no food, probably because of the thing that I was looking at over here. Okay, so now we have a refrigerator. We don't need it to be plugged in because the only thing we want to store here is what's it called? Something. Oh yeah, berry sludge. Berry sludge is the thing that we are making. That is shelf stable, right? So if you look in the encyclopedia, berry sludge. Very appetizing name. It looks like a fruitcake. A mashed up berry, bristleberry sludge with an exceptionally long shelf life. Never spoils, 4,000 kcals each. Plus 3 food quality as well. So we're going to store that there. The dupes don't really have a way of getting anything here. That's why we have this refrigerator and this auto sweeper. But this auto sweeper doesn't work for us. We're gonna put another auto sweeper over here, I think. Yeah, like here. Perfect. And power-wise, we're not doing great, but we're gonna run some more wire over here. So looking at the power overlay, like this circuit here has a potential load of 50, almost 6 kilowatts. Now generally its load is under a kilowatt, but potentially it could be a lot more. We should probably do something about our power at some point. Like we have our power spine over here, and I mean, long term, I would imagine that the space is going to continue to expand, and we're going to, like, we still have space over here. We could do another power spine with some more power generation. Like, we could have this for, like, industrial stuff, and then life support power could be on this side, supplying the base, and doing like a transformer per level, or potentially coming from both sides. I don't know, but until it stops working, I'm just going to keep on piling on. So now we have a problem. We have meteor showers, which means our telescope is doomed. We can't even get there because this stuff is all buried and broken. You know, in fact, honestly, that's fine. And let's not repair it yet. Because if we tried to repair it, the dupes would go out there. We're just going to let it... I guess we have the steel, but it's too late. We need to wait for the meteor showers to pass before we can do something about it. So in the meantime, the dupes will be able to work on cleaning up their mess. Interesting. What kind of meteor showers is this? Oh, I think it might be over here. What's going on over there? No, the bunker doors are closed here, so there is that. There is that. Okay, so everything's fine here. Meteor showers are still happening, but we should be good. Should be good. Technically, I don't even need to dig that out. I just didn't want any tiles. I don't know what's going to happen if, like, there's regolith on top of the bunker doors. But yeah, this is fine. And it looks like the meteor shower stopped over here. So let's go ahead and plan on cleaning this up, taking this out, and enable auto repair on all of the ladders again. There we go. And we should get dupes up there at some point. You know, let's use some priorities here. So I really want these atmosphere dock stuff sorted out. Yeah, there we go. Flooding. Yeah, same situation. How's this looking over here? Okay, so we have still some pockets, very dense pockets of carbon dioxide for some reason. I'm not sure what to do about that. That's kind of annoying. And then some carbon dioxide clustered over here. But it seems like we are making good progress on getting rid of gases. And then down here, 44 milligrams. Not down to micrograms yet. There's a lot of gas kind of just built up in the little pocket here. But we're going to get it out. Now we have 2 pumps going. So someday, this will all be done. Hopefully, actually, I'm really I don't think it's impossible that we could actually get all this stuff cleaned up this stream. Definitely not before the break that's coming up, but I'm hoping this stream. We still have another hour and a half scheduled for today. Okay, so we have an atmosphere dock. We don't have power running to it. Oh yeah, we don't have oxygen running to it either, but we can handle that because we have oxygen coming in from the other base. So we can just run some pipe. Let's run it this way. And through to there. There we go. And then go ahead and deliver the suit that I know we have here. And let's go ahead and say that disable the building, the checkpoint. So that will allow dupes to pass through even though they're not picking up a suit, since we don't have that set up. Nor electricity nor oxygen. So that'll allow that to continue. Normal operations. Okay, how's the rocket? We have food. 31 kilograms of berry sludge. Great. And Steve is in here. So let's... not that many things going on, really. Just, you know, the rocket, the two hot industrial bricks, and I guess we're kind of wrapped up on the digging project here for the moment. I'll dig this out, I guess. No. Right, I want to be careful. I want to be careful about removing tiles in the corridor area because we want natural tiles to get stuff planted, to have additional nature reserves for the morale boost. Okay, so that stuff needs to be there. This is all dug out. We have a big sweeping operation that we need to do here. Looks like we have extra tile there that fell down that we need to dig out. But this project is basically ready for the next step, which means we could just like back burner it for a while, which is good because it seems like the next thing we need to do, we need to clear this and get this rocket ready for launch. And then just do occasional check-ins on this hot industrial brick and our pumping operation, getting all the extra gases out. And here as well, right? So that is where we're at before the break. I think the big kind of next focus for the second half of the stream is going to be launching this rocket. So until then, I'm going to take a little break so I can refill my water and stretch my legs. And I'll be back in just a few minutes and we'll play some more Oxygen All right, BRB.